Starting. Okay, I believe we are live, amigos. Let me see here. Just kind of getting everything over here. Hey, my friends, it is Tom the Furry Haka Yatar, hanging out here in San Antonio, Texas, and hanging out with an awesome business partner, friend of mine, longtime friend, Mr. Marshall Silver. Here he is. And I got to tell you, Marshall Silver is one of the most amazing guys. I actually had bought one of his courses back in 1997. It was actually called Passion, Profit, and Power. This gentleman had actually helped me during a really tough time when I was going through a relationship issue, and one of his techniques actually helped me just become really free of this relationship and the beliefs in my head. I was able to transmute those into power and into energy and to break through. And not only that, but my beliefs about finances, my beliefs about just power and energy and breaking through all the beliefs. So,
okay, I believe we are.
Oops, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. So, my friends, tonight we are going to be talking to you. Marshall's going to be talking to you tonight about what I've been posting on Facebook. I've been posting on Facebook all about the whole bit about getting free advertising dollars, either for Empower Network, which I'm actually a part of, which I love. Empower Network's awesome. Love you, Dave Wood. Love you, Dave Sharp. And or any business that you want to promote out there. This is a great way where you're going to be able to get advertising dollars, and you're going to be able to just listen and log in and make money. So without further ado, I want to introduce my good friend, business partner, mentor, and just an awesome guy in the house. So Mr. Marshall Silver, take it away, my friend.
Thank you so much, Tom. Glad to be here, but I'm feeling like something's missing here. I can't hang out with you, as cool as you look and as hip as you are. Got it. Here we go.
There you go.
Hey, I'm broadcasting
Nice.
live on this Hangout from
Nice.
Prosperity Palace, which is my 17,000 square foot home in Las Vegas. And it's a fascinating journey of how I got here. And before we get talking about exactly what it is that's going to put cash in people's pockets with nothing to buy and nothing to sell on a regular basis so that they can fund their other marketing programs, for those of you that don't know who I am, I want to give you a little bit of background on me. I was born and raised on a farm in Michigan. I had no running water. We had no electricity. I have 9 brothers and sisters. The 10 of us grew up in a place where often we had no food, and twice we were homeless. And the second home I lived in was a converted chicken coop. The first house got condemned, and the second house I moved into at 7 years old was a converted chicken coop, and it had running water, it had electricity, and to a 7-year-old, it was heaven. No adverse side effects, other than I cluck once in a while when I get happy. These days, though, based upon the things that I teach in our seminars and that we've been teaching for the past 28 years, my life is vastly different. As I mentioned, I'm right now in my home, 17,000 square feet here in Las Vegas. When it gets hot in Vegas, we head out to my home on the ocean in Southern California, a $10 million beach house right on the water. I fly all over the world exclusively in private jets. I live a life that even I only dreamed about early on. And it's not because I'm some amazing guy. I'm a very ordinary guy. I'm not smarter than anybody on this hangout. I'm back in my high school dropout. I dropped out of high school because my mother was killing herself, working 3 jobs, attempting to take care of her kids. I am not more creative. I'm not harder working. In fact, for the last 20-plus years, I haven't worked a day in my life. I haven't done a single thing on any given day that I didn't 100% want to do. And that's the kind of life I want to help you have, is a life that you're living where you are joyful every day, that you're excited to be alive, that you realize you're living a life of adventure rather than a life of maintenance. So these days, as I said, I not only teach educational programs, I keynote at many conferences worldwide. This coming weekend in Las Vegas, I am the keynote speaker for the New Media Expo, formerly Blog World. And not only am I the keynote speaker, I'm going to be doing my hypnotic production show there. So I'm going to help people laugh until they hurt and gasp in amazement. I'm also their platinum sponsor, which lets you know that I am completely and totally committed to new media or online media, digital media, and also am vastly experienced in selling information products. In fact, as Tom mentioned, I created a program in 1994, and since that time up until now, I've sold over $200 million worth of information products, specifically directly, not through sales channels, not through other people. I personally have sold $200 million worth of goods and information products. And I've got a gift for you. 3 years ago, I created something. And the thing that I created is called Get Rich Radio. And what Get Rich Radio was born from was the idea that most people that spend time online are spending time online usually for educational purposes, certainly a little bit of entertainment, except I realized that if I could create a means where people could be rewarded for being educated, it would increase their desire to be educated. So I created a program where you could go to a site, listen to me teach live for a couple of hours every single day, and the longer you listened, the more you got rewarded. In fact, you also got rewarded if you referred other people. And we did it for a year and 2 months. It was a phenomenal success. We had thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening to the radio show every single day, top rated. And then my son was born. My first son, Sterling Silver, was born. And the radio show took 2 hours a day, right in the middle of my day. It cut out time that I had with him. And I was making great money by at least most people's standards. It wasn't great by my standards. At the same time, though, it really did take away too much time from my family. And I said, you know what, I want to do something different. So I left for 2 years. The radio show played for 14 months. We made a ton of money, had a lot of raving fans. I left for 2 full years and didn't really think much of it, although I left the website up. During that time, we still had premium subscribers. We still had thousands of listeners coming on and listening to the show, which I found to be really fascinating since the show hadn't been live in 2 years. A few weeks ago, I was approached by somebody, an old friend of mine, who saw me speaking at a conference, and he asked me, he said, what's up with your radio show? And I said, well, right now it's on hiatus. He said, well, I've been listening to it for 3 full years. I listened live. I've been listening to the replays every single day at GetRichRadio.com, and I wish you would bring it back. And I said, you know what, here's some downsides to it, here's some upsides to it, and if we were going to bring it back, I'd like to reshape it. And he said, well, what if I told you that I'm in a position to bring together advertisers who also love your radio show? They've already listened, they know what it is, and that we could buy out your advertising schedule 24/7. We'll buy every single ad you have every day the show's live. Would you be interested in doing the radio show? Well, in the past, I had never sold a dime in advertising. And when he explained to me what the math was, it was too big to resist. It was way too great. It was way too lucrative for me to not at least consider. Now, here's the other thing, though. I've gotten wealthy by doing one thing specifically, and that is figuring out what other people need and finding a way to give it to them in a way that's meaningful to them. So here's my thought. When they told me what the numbers were, I was shocked. I was blown away. It was a lot of money. And I thought, well, what if I didn't take all that money? What if I took a third of that money? And I gave a third of that money that they were paying me in advertising to people that listened to the radio show. And I gave the other third of that money to people that the first third referred to listen to the radio show, and so on and so forth. And when I started doing the math, I realized that I had a potential Google on my hands. I had a potential Twitter or Facebook on my hands, meaning that each individual wouldn't earn a whole lot of money per hour, yet if they referred a number of people, they'd start earning money that was substantial. Now, I don't know what substantial is to you, and I didn't know what it was to other people. Again, you know, thank you, God, I live a different life. I fly around in private jets. I live in a palace. I spend time at my beach home, and my life is very different. And so I started doing some research, and I started asking people, what's the dollar amount that I would need to put into your pocket on a monthly basis for you to do nothing other than log on to my radio show, leave it on 24/7? And I got a lot of varying answers. Some people said 50 bucks, some people said 10 grand, like that would actually happen. And I said, you know what, let me make it easier. What's your cell phone bill? And people told me what their bill was. It ranged from 50 bucks to 300 bucks. And I said, if I paid your cell phone bill, would you stay logged on to my radio show, and would you refer some people? They don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sell anything. Just tell them about the radio show from time to time. And as long as they stay logged on and listening, you'll earn matching revenue. And when I started sharing it that way, I got overwhelming response. I mean, insane. Well, last Thursday, I wanted to test my theory. In fact, it was so good, I thought there must be something wrong. It couldn't be that every single person I talked to would do this. Otherwise, you know, why hasn't somebody already done this? So last Thursday, I did a little test. I did a conference call to a limited number of people, and I asked them the same question. I laid out what Get Rich Radio was, which I'll explain more to you in a moment. And I said, here's what the deal is. It is in pre-launch. We are not launched. The site is still up, still the same way it was 3 years ago. The broadcasts that are being broadcast are from 3 years ago. Right now, I'm considering relaunching this February 10th from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Right now, if you want to, go to the website and log on for a free account. You'll never be required to buy anything. You're never required to sell anything. If you go and log on to a free account right now, you'll start earning what we call scholarship dollars. And if you do that, the meters will start turning immediately. If you start referring people, you'll start earning matching scholarship dollars. Now let me explain what scholarship dollars are. Get Rich Radio was originally created to only reward people with scholarship dollars, not cash. Cash is the twist. That's the new thing we're able to do. Originally, what we rewarded people with were items from our catalog, educational programs, home study courses, live seminar events, and so forth, software. And people would earn scholarship dollars at a rate of $50 per hour in scholarship dollars for listening, and $50 per hour in scholarship dollars for every single person that you referred that also listened for an extended period, for as long as they listened. So originally, those scholarship dollars could only purchase products in the catalog. One of the downsides was we had such loyal listeners that they would earn hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship dollars by every single thing we had in the catalog, and even though they still loved the show, had no incentive, no reward incentive to keep listening. And so when I shut the show down, we had massive amounts of people that literally had hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship dollars in their account. They had bought everything in the catalog. They were extremely happy customers, and we just had nothing else to offer up to them. Well, when we made this announcement on Thursday that I was planning to relaunch February 10th, and that the new program would allow you to trade scholarship dollars in for actual cash, it went bonkers. It went nuts. We had so many people register that night that my tech people called me up and said there must be a glitch in the system. Someone's hacked the system. Over the next 3 days, which is bringing us up to today, the numbers have multiplied at an insane level to let me know that absolutely this is going viral in the truest sense of the word. So if you can imagine this, you wake up in the morning, you go to your computer, as you often do, you log on to my radio show only because, well, you want to. You like what I have to say. You can call in and ask me questions. Maybe your business is stuck. Maybe your relationship's in turmoil. Maybe you're attempting to take off the fat, relieve addictions, just get out of the holiday blues. You log into the radio show, it immediately starts your meters turning. Well, the longer you stay logged on to my radio show, the more my advertisers pay me. The more people that log on, the more they pay me. So I know what the percentage is that I can pay back out to you and to the people that you referred. And as Tom said, well, it's not a lot of money at a time because it's consistent, because it happens every hour, every day, every week, all month long, month after month after month after month. It can literally pay for your entire advertising campaign and any other opportunity you're involved with. In fact, it can also be the opportunity that pays all of your bills. So you might be wondering, what is the commission? If I make 50 scholarship dollars, then I can buy stuff in the catalog for listening. If I make $50 matching for every single person that listens, for every single hour they listen, what do those scholarship dollars translate in cash? Great question. And here's the simple answer. You are paid 50 scholarship dollars per hour. Every scholarship dollar translates into 1 cent, which means 4,800 scholarship dollars equal approximately $1. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, except consider this math. If you have 10 friends on Facebook, and I hope you do, otherwise I'll be your friend and that'll make you need to have one less person to have 10. If you have 10 friends on Facebook and they all decide to start listening, they log into the radio show, they keep it logged on 24/7, I hope they don't, and God forbid they do, they could mute my radio show, they could minimize the window and have it run in the background. It doesn't matter. You still get credit, and so do they. If you have only 10 friends that do that, at the end of the month, you've made $75 U.S. cash. Nobody bought anything. Nobody sold anything. If you have 40 friends that do that, at the end of the month, you've made approximately $300 cash. You didn't sell anything. Nobody had to buy anything. At the end of the month, if you had 100 people that did that, and they also were making money while they were doing that, well, you made approximately $750,000 extra. You didn't buy anything. You didn't sell anything. And more than that, your life was enhanced. It was made better by hearing some powerful information that, as I've told you, has made me well in excess of $200 million over the last couple of decades. Now, there's a little bit more. Not only can you make money by not selling anything, we also do have some other things available to you. You can sign up as a premium member. A premium membership is $99.95 a month, $100 a month. And what it includes is a number of things. First and foremost, it includes video streaming into the radio studio so that you'll be able to get content that those listening simply won't understand because they can't see me. You'll also be able to have priority access to me 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, every single day, Monday through Friday, while the show goes live. That's right. I open up the phone lines to my premium members so they can call in and ask me questions and get right to the heart of the matter. I mean, if you had a personal coach, somebody who has made hundreds of millions of dollars, somebody who charges $60,000 for a one-on-one, 1 hour session, if you could have access to me every single day, 5 days a week for $100 a month, $5 a day, it's plenty worth it, I promise you. More than that, you get the access video into the studio. You get priority access to ask me questions, so I'm your personal coach. You receive $1,000 right off the bat in additional training items that you'll be able to download immediately. And you'll also receive a very special gift. Every single month that you're a premium member, you'll receive a ticket, a $2,000 ticket, to our Get Rich Radio Symposium, where we bring in a dozen different people that coach, train, and teach you in online marketing strategies, traffic and conversion, how to make money in multiple ways, all so that you can benefit and prosper from this point forward. The $100 a month that you invest in that priority premium subscription for Get Rich Radio comes back as thousands of dollars every single month. Plus, if you are a premium member of the Get Rich Radio family, you also qualify for premium commissions, which are 20 and 10 two-tiered, meaning everybody you refer to Get Rich Radio that also becomes a premium member. If you're a premium member, you make $20 per month, month in and month out, as long as they're premium members. And the second tier, the people that you refer, you make $10 second tier, which means if you refer people and 3 of them decide to become premium members and they refer a couple of people, you probably paid for your entire premium investment with just 3 people. And that's just the beginning. Like I said, obviously, the more people that become premium members, the better for you. So there's all sorts of ways to benefit. It's real easy. It starts right now. On this page, there is a link. Am I correct, Tom?
All right. On this page, can you hear me?
I can. On this page, there's a link. All you got to do is click on that link.
Yes,
and go
there's a link right below. It says,
Radio.
click here to join Get Rich Radio. Yep.
So, in fact, the link is right to the side, correct?
No, it's right underneath the video.
So go to the link that's directly underneath the video. Nothing to buy, nothing to sell. All you do is click on the link. If you are already on Facebook, you can, once you go to the link, you can register with one click. And it's really that simple. The Rush Limbaughs of the world, the Howard Sterns of the world, the Sean Hannitys of the world, Glenn Beck's. Forbes just published its highest paid celebrities of the year. And all 4 of those broadcasters that I just mentioned made the top 10. There is a lot of money in radio and broadcasting. Unlike them, I don't have monsters to feed. I don't have hundreds, even thousands of employees and big satellite dishes and all those expenses. I keep all the profits, which is why I'm willing to give 2/3 of my profits right back to you. You keep the money. I make a good living. You spread the word. More people sign up. I make more money. You make more money. Everybody wins, and I do all the heavy lifting. So all you've got to do, go to the link down below. Once you go into the back office of Get Rich Radio, it will give you an option of becoming a premium member. I'm going to tell you right now, we're in pre-launch. What you're seeing on the website is the website from 3 years ago. It's been in hiatus for 2 years. We're making massive changes to the site right now. And at the same time, you can sign up, and every dollar you earn in scholarship dollars come February 10th can be traded in, converted to cash. Everybody that you refer, that you receive matching scholarship dollars right now, those scholarship dollars, too, can be traded in for cash, can be converted into cash come February 10th. My recommendation is do not sign up for a premium membership now. Hold off. There's no real benefits for the next 30 days. The benefits won't kick in until February 10th, so save your money. I'm here for you. All I want you to do is sign up for a free account, start referring people to sign up for the free account, because what's going to happen come February 10th, I have a couple of people in my realm of sphere of influence that have massive databases, huge reach. One of them, the smaller one, has 3 million people in his database, and he's already assured me that his database, his customers, are perfect customers for what we're offering because they spend all day right in front of their computer. And if you're going to be in front of your computer all day, you might as well get paid. He said, I'm going to mail this to my database, and Marshall, minimum 100,000 are jumping on. My guess is anywhere between 300,000 and 500,000 will jump on Get Rich Radio the moment you give me permission to open up the floodgates. So because of my relationship with Tom, because you are loved, and as a holiday gift, he's giving you the opportunity, and I'm giving you the opportunity to jump on early. Now, here's what's in it for me. The reason I did the teleseminar last Thursday is I needed to get an idea of how many people would be interested, and would it be viral? As I said, it has far exceeded my expectations by about 300%. Now what I want is I want you online, and remember when you log in, you start earning scholarship dollars immediately, which come February 10th. You can convert into cash. The longer you listen, the more you earn, the more people you refer, the longer you listen, the more you earn. I also, during this time, need to have people in the system so that when we open up the entire system on February 10th, I've been able to work out the bugs. So you are not only doing yourself a favor, you're doing me a huge favor by being a part of this all pre-launch. So go to the link right now, click on it, one click for Facebook, otherwise put in your email address, and we will see you on Get Rich Radio. By the way, like I said, keep it logged on 24/7, no reason not to. The longer you're logged on, the more you earn, the more you earn, the more you can convert, the more you convert, the richer you are.
And also, Marshall, like you were saying, you were saying just with 100 people, you could have like $750 per month, though, right? Like
yeah, that's
right
what it averages out to.
People.
Again, think about this: 10 people at what? It's a penny an hour. So 10 people per day with you listening. 10 people per day is $2.40. $2.40 times 30 is just a shade under $75.
Right.
So basically a quarter a day, a little under a quarter a day per person, though. So just the same way that Google and Facebook have created billionaires, it's easier than Google and Facebook. In Google and Facebook, people have to click on ads for Google or Facebook to make money. With Get Rich Radio, nobody has to click on anything. It's as if the people that you refer did actually click every single hour on an ad, and here you don't have to.
Yeah, and this will actually help any business, Empower Network, Pure Leverage, anything, right? I mean, this will help them with their advertising dollars.
Beauty. If you can imagine, you go to a charity and you say to the charity, you've got 10,000 people in your charity. You hit them up for money all the time. I've created a means for your charity to generate $50,000 a month or whatever it is, however many people are in their charity, and all I ask in return is if I can generate $50,000 for you, you take 25, I keep 25 for my efforts. And then the charity turns everybody in their charity on to Get Rich Radio. They're not asking for a donation. They're saying, listen for love, listen to Breakthrough Cancer, listen to Feed the Homeless. And what a beautiful concept that, somebody can help other people by not asking them for anything, just asking them to do a simple action, and that is what? Click on a website, keep it up, and like I said, the beauty of all of this, even if I weren't paying money, I know how much people's lives are going to change. You know how much they're going to change if they'll just give me a chance to speak into their lives.
Absolutely. Well, cool. Let me see. So cool. That's all I have. I mean, if there's, do you want to see if there's any questions or anything like that? Or?
I'm more than happy to take care of your people. The people that you brought to the last turning point were amazing, just high quality, awesome people. So anything for you, Tom.
Okay. Is there any friends out there? Do you guys have any questions for Marshall while we're right here right now? Do you guys have any? If you guys can type right underneath the right over there where it says where's it at? Okay, right underneath it during the chat area down there, right below the video. If you guys want to ask any questions right now while Marshall's here, I mean we got an awesome gentleman who makes millions of dollars online right now, so it's actually a great time to have this time with him to ask these any good questions for him. So let's see if we have any questions. Well, Marshall, I'm getting a lot of feedback. This is fantastic. I am going to stay logged in 24/7. Another woman says, I'm in awe. This is absolutely unheard of. Okay, this officially rocks.
Yes.
Sheila says nice. Chad says I already have $3,684 in my account. Results not typical because you're not typical.
It's awesome.
One woman says, did he just say 750K? I think during the conversation you said $750,000 or something like that at some point or something.
I said $750. I said if you have 100 people that you've referred that log on and stay logged on 24/7 for 30 days, you will generate just a touch under $750 a month.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm getting nothing but good feedback. People are saying, love this. Awesome. Glad I'm listening to this. Billy says, this looks awesome, Tom. Awesome concept, Carlton. Okay, and then Bob says, Marshall, so we don't pay until February 10th?
You don't pay ever if you don't want to. You could remain a free member forever, never buy anything, never sell anything. None of your people could ever buy anything, and you still would make money. So I want to make that very clear. You don't actually ever have to buy anything. You're not required. Now, if you want to buy a premium membership and get all those other benefits for a nickel under $100 a month, you get video stream into my studio. And my studios, so you know, are at my two homes. I set up the theaters in both my palace here in Las Vegas, my 17,000 square foot home, and my $11 million beach house in San Diego. I set up my radio studio in the theater. They're beautiful. I mean, they're stunning. You'll want to come hang out with me in the theater while we do the radio show. So for that $99.95 a month, the premium subscription allows you video access to me. You'll be able to watch the show as it goes off. You'll have premium access every day the show is live, meaning you're the one that's allowed to call in and ask me questions. Non-premium members won't be allowed to call in and ask questions. You'll be able to access me and ask the questions that you want answered. You'll receive every single month a ticket to the Get Rich Radio Symposium, where we give away every single time we do it tens of thousands of dollars in cash and prizes right on the spot at the symposium. You will also be able to receive an instant bonus of $1,000 worth of extra gifts, all just for becoming a premium member. Now, again, that said, two things. Number one, do not sign up as a premium member yet. I'm telling you, wait till it goes live. Wait right around February 1, February 10, then sign up for a premium membership. And the reason I'm telling you that is I don't want you paying for 30 days when all of those benefits aren't there because it hasn't launched. We launched February 10th. The second thing I want to reiterate, though, and make very clear, this is what makes this so insane. This is what makes this go viral. You will never have to buy anything and never have to sell anything if you don't want to, and you still could make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single month. I told you about my buddy with 3 million people in his database. He asked me, he said, what if I have, let's use a number that we can do math with, he said, 40,000 people that log on to your radio show. They stay logged on every single day through the month. That's going to generate me just a little under 10 grand a day. Like I said, it's 24 cents a day per person, a penny per hour. 24 cents per person, that's 10 grand a day, 300,000 a month. Does that mean you're going to pay me 300,000 a month if nobody ever buys anything? And I said, absolutely. He said, please help me understand, how can you do this? Well, think about it this way. Advertisers spend trillions of dollars to get their ads in front of you. They spend trillions of dollars. What if on top of your TV set, on top of your computer for that matter, there was a box, and every time you logged into or watched something on CBS or NBC or Fox or whatever, a little meter ran some numbers showing how many ads you saw, how many impressions you got, and at the end of the month, you could take that box down to a bank and set it on the counter, and they'd say, okay, you watched this many ads, the advertisers paid this many dollars, we're going to give you this much cash just because you watched. That's what I'm doing. It's not brain science, it's not difficult. What it is ungreedy. It's not greedy, which is why most people would never want to do it because they're greedy. What I'm saying is watch my radio show, listen to the radio show, hang out with me every single day, 5 days a week. You know, if you minimize me in the corner, you mute my sound, I wouldn't know. My desire would be my show is so great you won't do that. In fact, you'll be eager. and that you'll let it play in the background to keep you motivated all day. Here's the other thing. You know, if an advertiser is running television ads, as an example, and they go into a household, and that household has mom and dad and their 4 kids, and the kids all hang out in their rooms all night, mom and dad don't talk, one likes sports, dad likes sports, mom likes movies. That's 6 TVs that are on simultaneously watching different programming. If you have a wife, a husband, 4 kids, and all of you were logged on to Get Rich Radio at the same time, guess what? The primary would receive credit for their listening. They would also receive credit for all the other 5 people in their household that were listening too. How cool is that? Maybe you own 4 computers, and you're logged on all 4 computers. Who would know? And I'm not telling you this to game the system. I'm telling you this because what advertisers want, what they reward Seinfeld or whatever show, you know, Criminal Minds, Scandal, they reward those TV shows. They reward Rush Limbaugh, Howard Stern by impressions. Those shows get paid by the number of impressions that they send out into the marketplace. Here's one more note, just so that you understand what's exciting for me too, actually. Number one, there was an increase in 2013 of almost 50% of the amount of money that's being spent in advertising online between now and 2012. What that says to me is traditional mainstream media advertising, terrestrial, radio, television, and print, is becoming less and less valuable to advertisers, meaning the advertisers are realizing more and more how effective online advertising is. I have a friend of mine who has a website that he launched 3 weeks ago that pays people just to click on ads. You watch the ad, you make a couple of cents. You watch the ad, you make a couple of cents. He launched it 3 weeks ago with almost no advertising, and he's already got over 9,000 members who yesterday viewed 750,000 ads. It's boggling. When I asked him, you know, aren't your advertisers concerned that the only reason people are watching those ads is to get paid a penny or two to watch those ads? He said, you know what? They like it better because if they put that ad on regular television, they don't know if anybody watched it. They don't know if the viewer got up and went to the bathroom or got themselves a soda while the commercial was going on. On my network, they're positive the person saw the ad. So it's the same thing with me. You're not required to watch ads. You're not required to do anything. Just let me do my amazing radio show, something I've been doing for 28 years. Let me educate you. Let me entertain you. And let me give away cash, because every single day the show is live, I also give away thousands and thousands of dollars in extra cash and prizes. So the long-winded answer to the question, do we have to wait to buy anything? I prefer you waited, and you don't even have to ever. Nothing to buy, nothing to sell, just listen. I mean, after all, you're already logged on to the internet even now. Shouldn't somebody be paying you money? I'm willing to.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So another question we have, Marshall. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
Beautifully.
Okay. Awesome. How do you keep track of how much money you're making by the minute, hour, and day?
When you go to Get Rich Radio and you log in, you'll see the moment you get there, there's 4 meters actually. The first meter is your personal meter. The second is your referral meter. The third meter is your collective meter, meaning the addition of your personal and referred listening hours. And then the fourth meter is how many available dollars you have. So in other words, if you spent some of those dollars in the catalog, if you converted some of those dollars to cash, the fourth meter shows you how many available dollars you have left. So I spent over $500,000 on the software. I've already given away. In the first year, the 14 months the show was live, I gave away over $340,000 in real cash, $1,000 at a time. And when you go to Get Rich Radio and you log in, you opt in, it doesn't cost you a dime, doesn't ask for a credit card, nothing like that. When you opt in, it'll even show you the names and pictures of most of the people that I gave that $1,000 a pop to, so you know I'm ready to give away cash. And so it really is remarkable. There's never been anything done like this. Everybody we've talked to has been extremely excited. And again, the thing that you want to keep in mind is this is going viral. If the last 4 days since I mentioned that I'm about to relaunch the show are any indication, when the show launches, we will probably have a minimum of 50,000 people signed up before we even launch. And I have good sources. The 2 people that are ready to unleash, open up their faucets completely, that have told me that within the first month we are almost certain to have 100,000 to 200,000 listeners. Now, there's one more piece, and again, I want you to understand what I'm doing here, because I think the more you understand what I'm doing, the more you'll realize that it's a very sound business model. Once this radio show reaches 25,000 listeners every single day online, terrestrial radio not on the internet, the radio you listen to in your car or in your home, radio not on the internet, terrestrial radio, the moment we hit 25,000 listeners online, I can go to any radio syndicator in the nation, and they will immediately put my radio show that started online on 100, 200, 500 terrestrial radio stations nationwide, which means now I'm not paying for that airtime. They're giving it to me. They're also giving me half of the ad spots in terrestrial radio that I can then turn around and sell, which only adds extra profit to me, which also gives me the opportunity to tell people that may have never stumbled across my website and found Get Rich Radio because I'm broadcasting on their radio station in their truck in Oklahoma or in their sedan up in Detroit, Michigan. Now I can speak to them in a place that they find me, that they can come listen to the listener loyalty program and start making cash themselves. You know, I think, Tom, and everybody else that's on this hangout right now, I think that if we can put $75, $100, $150 into people's pockets just by doing what they're already doing, sitting on the internet all day long, I think when we do that, I believe we can make a major difference in this economy. And I believe that it's something that's going to get the ball rolling, and people are going to realize, you know, it's not right. Nothing's free. You got to do something. And if the something that I do is ask them to let me speak into your mind, let me fill up your head with motivation, let me fill up your mind with possibility, let me give you skills and strategies that can work, that can help you turn your life around, so you don't need handouts anymore. In fact, you don't want handouts because you feel so good about yourself, you realize you climbed up from the gutter, you stood back up after being knocked down again. I know for a fact that we can create a real movement in this world, and I'm just really, really, really excited to be a part of it.
So what you're saying, to reiterate, Marshall, so I could literally turn on your radio station or your log in, and I could just I could turn down the volume and just stay logged in the entire time and I'll earn money.
Absolutely.
How easy is that?
It is easy. That's the thing. It's insane. Now, I'll tell you, I'm tricky. I'm very tricky. Number one, during my live show, I always give away thousands of dollars in cash and prizes on the spot. Meaning somebody will call me, or I'll say a listener's name, and if they call me within 5 minutes, I give them $1,000 cash or a brand new iPad. So I'm going to give people reasons to listen. I'm also going to do some tricky things, and I won't explain everything that I'm going to do. But I'm also going to do one thing I will tell you, that built into the software, every 10, 12, 20 minutes, there'll be a button that will pop up on the website. It'll just all of a sudden appear. And there'll be a little sound, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. That sound means I'm about to give cash away. Even though we're in replays, that sound means we're about to give cash away. If you're the first person to reach out and click on that button, you win the cash. And the cash can be anywhere from $10 to $1,000, 24 hours a day. So I'm going to give people reasons to log on, and I'm going to give people reasons to keep listening. I'm going to give them motivation to at least not minimize it completely. If they want to shrink it down and put it in the corner, I'm so excited. And Tom, when the people that you got on here really get, there's nothing to buy, there's nothing to sell, all I want is I want an audience. When people understand that's how Google was built, just to reiterate, in the mid-'90s, and I'm old, I'm 51 years old, in the mid-'90s when the internet was created, most people don't realize that every single search you did, anytime you wanted to find something online, you had to go through a portal that charged you every time you did a search. Kind of like when you used to call 411 to get a phone number, you had to pay for directory assistance. Google came along and said, what if we didn't charge people for the search? What if we gave them the search away for free? Well, nobody understood how they could make money with that, including them at first. Then Google realized, well, what if we gave them the search that they were looking for, the organic search, and then put some ads along the side, and if people clicked on those ads, the people that placed those ads would pay us money. That's how Google makes money. People may not realize, obviously, how Facebook makes money is they put ads up. So it's the real world. It's how it works. My belief is that, people may not be interested in everything my advertisers are selling. Sooner or later, the advertisers know, and they're banking on the fact that if you hear that Chevy commercial or that Apple commercial or, the See's candy commercial enough, sooner or later, because you were logged on my radio show all day, you'll make a purchase decision and they'll acquire a customer.
Right. That's awesome. Okay, so let me see. There's a question over here. It says, another question. I thought I did this earlier, but I did not see a link. I have another window open that has $1,054 in, and this one with my link that started with $1,000 is now building. Did she lose the other one with the slightly larger amount?
You know what? I'm not there. I don't know.
Okay.
Generally speaking, if a person, how the system is set up and what I've seen, that if you plug in a legitimate email address, it won't let you sign up for a second account with that email address. And I'll tell you again, even if you had a couple of $100 in there, the moment you sign up, it gives you 1,000 scholarship dollars right off the bat. Stay logged in; it'll keep running. Even if you earn 10 or 20 or 100, it builds up so fast. Don't sweat it. You're going to make up for it. Refer some people. You're going to make up for it instantly.
Okay. So you're saying that if I have 5 computers in my house, I can get an account on all 5 computers and just keep them all going?
I didn't hear you say that, but yep, it works that way.
That's so easy because I've got about 5 computers. I'll just like log them all in. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So cool. All right, let's see if we have any more questions here. Okay, so if you guys want to log into Get Rich Radio right now, you go to getrichradio.com, and well, actually, there's a link right there if you haven't signed up yet. On the bottom of this video, it says click here to join Get Rich Radio. And by the way, when you get on there, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to have to pay anything because obviously you're earning money through scholarship dollars and advertising dollars through the fact that you come on, and the radio network needs listeners, right? The radio network needs listeners, so they're willing to, pay out the money to do it because it's like a Google, it's like a cost per, what was it? Cost per something? CPM?
Well, in the advertising online, there's 3 terms that most people need to know about. Cost per click, or your pay-per-click is what people call it on the other side of it. The advertisers call it cost per click. Cost per action, CPA, if I can get you to take an action, fill out a form, fill out a survey, whatever. And then there's another term that most people don't hear very often unless you are a broadcaster, and that is CPM. And CPM stands for cost per mille. Cost per mille is a French term, mille being 1,000. And so it's the cost per 1,000 impressions. And it's hard to conceive the thought that if a radio station runs 24/7, and they have 20 minutes of commercial an hour, which is actually a little less than most have. If they have 20 minutes of commercials an hour, and each commercial is 30 seconds, they have 40 commercials an hour. Over 24 hours, that's 960 commercials with intro videos, extra videos. That's 1,000 a day, 1,000 in any 24-hour cycle, which means that if somebody stayed logged on for 24 hours, they would actually have been exposed to 1,000 commercials. That doesn't mean they listened. That doesn't mean they watched. It doesn't mean they were awake. It just means they were exposed to 1,000 commercials, which is what the advertisers are looking for, is how many spots can I get in front of people? And so, again, you make a little bit of money by logging in. You make an insane amount of money by telling other people to log in. And the beauty of this, once again, the beauty that's never been done, that's inconceivable, that when I first explain it to people, it takes a little bit of shaking their head and crossing their arms and scratching their chin to figure out how I'm able to do this. The reason it works is it works just like traditional advertising. An advertiser puts enough impressions in front of you. Sooner or later, if you are inclined to buy, you will. And so all I'm doing is I'm saying, look, I have this amazing life. I don't need a broadcast, a radio show to make a living. I make a substantial living doing what I already do. The radio show pays me well. My advertisers pay me well enough that I can give a substantial portion of that money right back to the people that listen and the people that they refer and the people that they refer, and everybody makes out. The beauty of it, again, is I'm not hiding anything. By creating raving fans of my radio show, we have people that come to the Get Rich Radio Symposium, see what I do, learn about me, meet me in person, that then go on and want to buy my other tapes and training materials and come to our other live seminars. So it's basically a loss leader for me that helps you win big time. So as Tom has already mentioned, if you are in another opportunity, pure leverage, EN, anything, if you are a real estate investor, whatever it is, Get Rich Radio can be the thing that funds your advertising campaign. And the big money is made by referring people, telling people about the show, saying, hey, could you do me a favor, check this radio show out. And if you could, stay logged on 24/7. It doesn't cost you anything, except I get paid every single day you're logged on. Now, once you get into the Get Rich Radio software, you'll see there's a lot of cool things that you get even as a free member. One of the great things you get as a free member is there's a tab that will show you the people that accepted your invitation, the people that clicked on your link, clicked to sign up. You'll see who that is. And every single day when you go, if you go into that back office, you can see in the moment who's logged on to the radio show and who is not. If they're not logged on, you can click one button and it will nudge them. It will send an email out to remind them to listen to the radio show. If you've got multiple people that aren't signed on, you can click one button and it will nudge them all with one click. How cool is that?
Right, and I had a question right here. It says, how is the money paid out?
It is paid out, as I said, it is paid out in debit cards. So once you've earned $50 in cash, we don't want people going on and earning $1 or $2. We want people to refer people. We want people to stick with it. It doesn't do you or me or anybody any good if you just sample it and run away. Once you've made at least $50, you can trade those scholarship dollars in for prepaid Visa debit cards in $50 increments.
Okay.
And so it pays out the moment you acquire it after February 10th. So my desire would be that everybody starts listening now, starts referring people now, starts building up their scholarship dollars now, so that the day I go live and I broadcast at 7 a.m. Pacific time on February 10th, and people they're going to have, because they already do, I'm watching it happen right now, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in scholarship dollars in their accounts by referring people, that on that day they'll go into the Get Rich Radio catalog and they'll see the Visa debit card. They'll click on that card and it will either digitally send it to them or it will send them the prepaid card in the mail so that they can collect their money. And then after that, it's not a payment basis. It's however often you want to cash in on those debit cards. Because one of the other things that will happen, and we know this, and this is one of the things we count on, is that we're able to put cool enough things in the Get Rich Radio catalog, whether it's other training events or home study courses in everything from internet to multi-level to real estate investing to building your own pie shop, that we'll put enough things inside of the Get Rich Radio catalog that some of those scholarship dollars will not only be converted into cash, they'll also be converted into the items in our catalog. So again, there's a lot of ways to win. There's no risk. All you got to do is log on and listen and earn.
And one more question here. It says, I need a recap. It says, so you get paid for just listening and you get paid for referring people too. So each hour you or your referrals listen is $50 an hour, whether it's you or them, and then it converts to a penny per hour. Can you confirm this?
Yeah, I can confirm part of that. Yes, the equivalent cash conversion of scholarship dollars to cash is $50 equal 1 penny 1 penny cash. So 50 scholarship dollars equal 1 penny cash. That's what you earn an hour. There's one caveat, and it's the only caveat in the whole process, and that is you only earn when you're logged on. My whole desire, my whole intention is to, as quickly as possible, get as many people as possible to log on for as long as possible. So the only caveat in the whole process is you get paid when you're logged on, and only when you're logged on, not only for your listening, for everybody else's listening. So what this does is this motivates people to make sure that they stay logged on too. They refer. I don't want people that mail blast to 1 million people and then they don't bother listening to the radio show. I want them listening too. So the answer to the question is yes, you get paid 50 scholarship dollars for every hour that you're logged on. You get paid $50 matching scholarship dollars for every hour that you're logged on, that every single other person that you've referred is also logged on. The key here, stay logged in.
Yeah, stay logged in, and what I'm understanding is that even if you have 10 people, that's $2.50 per day, and then if you have 100 people, it could turn into
just under $25, right?
$750 a month.
Right, so it's just under 20. If you have 100 people, it's just under $25 a day, which times 30 is just under 750.
Right, and then
it's
200. Awesome. 200 people is $50 a day, and then that can be like $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
And it's a no-brainer. You're telling them, just get on and listen.
Well, it is a no-brainer. You know, and again, I don't know how many people. Let's say somebody's in EN, and they've got 300 people in their organization. and you communicate to them, and you let them know, hey, it's brain dead. It really is brain dead. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sell anything. And so out of the 300, 200 do sign on and go, hey, I dig it. Not only is it a good radio show, not only is it phenomenal content, which it is, not only do I have a chance every morning when he's live to instantly win $1,000 cash, not scholarship dollars, $1,000 cash or a free iPad. And all day long there's chances to win additional actual cash if I never won anything. If all I did was stay logged on and told those 200 people of the 300 that are in my EN organization to log on, if that's all I did and they stayed logged on, yeah, it's just a shade under $1,500 every single month without telling anybody else. That's the beauty.
Right. All right. So if we don't have any other questions, let me see here. Does being logged on through a smartphone, iPhone, and Android count?
You know, I don't have that answer. We are hard at work on the apps, and I don't have that answer yet. The long-term answer is come February 10th, the app will be done, and it will count.
Yes. That's awesome.
We're
going to really like that, Marshall.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so awesome. Kentrice is watching. Yes, that is the answer to that. She said, so $50 scholarship is one penny real cash.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay. And like Marshall said, my friends, basically, he said it himself. He said basically when you are on here, when you're logged on, you constantly are getting money, and you're just logged on. So just stay logged on. Just whatever you do, have a window open and just be logged on the entire time. Don't ever log off. In fact, just keep your computer on and don't log off. You know,
and again, what's fun is when you refer a bunch of people. We've got a guy that between Thursday night, he had never heard of me. Somebody else referred him to the call. So he got on the call by chance, never heard of me. Between then and now, he's already referred 400 people. I went on to his site because I, through the admin office, can go on and view his screen as him. I went on to his site, and it was beautiful. I was watching his referral meter, and I couldn't see it. It was moving so fast. It was just flying, just adding up money, and that's in 4 days. He told me, he said he's so excited about this thing that he thinks that he will personally, between now and roughly 6 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now when the show launches, he said he thinks that he's going to have 1,000 people signed on every single day. And again, you take a look at that math, 1,000 people times, what is it, 75, that's $7,500 a month. It's crazy. $7,500 a month. And he doesn't have to sell anything. They don't have to buy anything. And it's an annuity. It keeps going on month after month after month after month after month.
Yeah, just keep telling them to stay logged on. And hey, you know what? Good stuff in, good stuff out all the time.
That's life.
So, okay,
hey, brother,
cool.
It's been awesome spending some time with you. My wife is soaking in the spa, and Lord knows I'd love to stay with you guys. I just have to go where I'm drawn to. That's all.
There you go. All right, Marshall. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate everything, my friend, and we're going to go and tell you all right now, take action now. Right below this video, it says click here to join. Get your free account. It launches February 10th, and if anything's back there, again, right now, remember, it is in pre-launch, and it is being updated at this point in time. So we don't want to be getting any questions to support office or anything like that. We want to keep that clear. And let y'all know on this video today that it's just in pre-relaunch per se.
Well, yeah.
So log in, stay logged in, get paid.
It's popular demand. It's back. So the audio that you hear is from the radio show as we broadcast live 2 years ago. So pay no attention to the dates. There are things on the site that will be changing rapidly over the next few days. So pay no attention to that. As long as you're logged on, as long as you've referred people, and it gives you the means to refer your whole database, to refer all of your friends. It will allow you, as often as you like, to make an automatic post with your affiliate link on Facebook. It allows you to nudge the people that have already accepted your invitation to remind them to listen. We've built all of this into the system already. It works extremely well. You're going to love it. And, those are the dollars that you can make if you didn't buy anything. When we launch February 10th and you upgrade to a premium membership, well, heck, you can earn a full-time living with the free and premium memberships on Get Rich Radio. You are going to love me. So have an awesome night, Tom. Thanks so much for having me. I'm saying good night, sayonara, and have an
awesome. And I will see you in February at Turning Point and Irresistible Influence.
I'm looking forward to having you. Yeah, we've got Irresistible Influence and Turning Point coming up the first part of February, and we're excited. It's actually my 250th Turning Point. I've been doing Turning Point for 28 years, and it blows my mind that we've done so many and changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. So I'm excited to have you and all of your guests there as well. So have an awesome night, everybody. Take care.
Awesome,
Get signed up.
Thanks
Click the link. Get signed up for Get Rich Radio. You need to do it now, because if you wait till next week, there's going to be thousands and thousands of people ahead of you that you could have put in your organization and made cash with nothing to buy, nothing to sell. Just listen.
Okay, Marshall. Thanks a lot, bud.
You bet.